Lady J, you got love, so much give in your heart, you have feelings. You love to love them with meaning. You got a clean spirit, you give them what you give them, so them can't. Respect massive, this is Alpheus, and I'm locked right here with Lady J on the Pon Rome show. Don't move!
Yes, many blessings to you all. We've come forward once more for another powerful and musical session on the Pon Rome program. We air every Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on 91.9 FM KCSB radio. You can listen live online from anywhere in the world on www.kcsb.org. On our website, you can also check out our playlist or listen to previous shows that you've missed. Our station is so very diverse with every music genre you can possibly imagine. We have hip-hop and blues and classical. We even have country and electronic and gospel and jazz and R&B, even rock. So, of course, you already know Pon Rome features reggae, dancehall, and dub music. Because we offer such a variety of music, KCSB has been nominated recently for Best Radio Station. So I want you to log on to www.independent.com/Best of 2020 to cast your vote. Now, again, due to the COVID-19, many of us DJs are remote programming from wherever we are in the world. Most of us are currently not at the radio station. For example, I am remote programming from home in Los Angeles, and so are many of our other KCSB DJs. Since you can't call me in the station right now, you can call our new voicemail line for listeners. You can big us up, you can give us shout outs, and that phone number is 805-253-3091. Overall, you gotta know the music must continue. Of course, today we have so much good music for you on Pon Rome. We have classics, we have new music. So I just want you to sit back and hold a vibe with me, all right? Of course, we started the set off with the Wailers, Rastaman Chant, and it's on Bob Marley's Burning CD or album. It's his sixth studio album released back in 1973. And we start every Pon Rome program with the traditional groundation of the Nyabingi, which is one of the most ancient of African traditions that is still carried on today. When we talk about the Rastaman chant coming from Bob Marley's Burning release, we know that that it's arranged by Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer. And when we look at the circle of musicians on the Burning album, we see that Bob Marley is on vocals and guitar. Peter Tosh is on vocals, guitar, and keys. Bunny Wailer is on vocals and percussion. Earl Lindo is on the keys. Carlton Barrett is on the drums. And Carlton's older brother, Austin Family Man Barrett, is on bass. Now let's talk about Family Man. When we talk about Austin Family Man Barrett, we have to acknowledge that he is such a respected musical genius, and he is one of the most influential bass players of all times. Family Man was the band leader of Marley's backing band and even co-produced several of Marley's albums. So when Family Man released his album, Cobra Style, in 1999, we were all so excited. Cobra Style is a production from the Wailers' musical director. Who is the musical director? It's Family Man. And in fact, Cobra Style features a song called Natural Woman, featuring the original Roots daughter, Sister Sanya. I want you to hear that track, Natural Woman. Yes, Natural Woman by Sister Sanya. I am just a natural woman. Sister Sanya says she loves her naturality. Again, it's coming off the 1999 Cobra Style Productions from the Wailers musical director, and that musical director is Austin Family Man Barrett. Again, he was the band leader of Marley's backing band. He was the co-producer of about 11 albums with Bob Marley. He co-wrote the song Rebel Music with Bob Marley. And, essentially, he basically provided the essential rhythm foundation for recordings and performances by Marley throughout his entire career. We never, ever, ever want to downplay his contribution to reggae music and definitely his legacy as a prominent bassist, producer, arranger, and engineer is so undisputed. Even today, Family Man still tours with the Wailers Band, which now includes his son, Austin Barrett Jr., who is a drummer like his uncle, Carlton Barrett. And in fact, Austin Barrett Jr. is not only the drummer for today's Wailers Band, but he is also the current musical director for the Wailers, much like his father was. You can essentially say Austin Barrett Jr. has been groomed for this because he is the son of Austin Family Man Barrett Sr. He is the nephew of Carlton Barrett. And he is the grandson to the late Joe Higgs. He has been born into music for real. It's important to me that you know these links and connections and legacy of the artists and the musicians that we all know and love. Again, this is Natural Woman featuring Sister Sanya on Family Man's 1999 Cobra Style Productions from the Wailers musical director. Up next, let's hear from Sugar My Knot. You Can't Win My Soul.
Just can't win my soul. Oh no, no, no. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, but the Lord you can't control. Oh no, no, no. For Jaja is my king, true love doesn't do to me, and he's always by my side, always. And Jaja is said to me in the book of Revelation that he rules eternally, always. For every time I do my thing, yeah, Babylon will say I just can't win. For every time I try my thing, God will say I'm gonna let you win. You're gonna try, if I don't, I just can't win my soul. Oh no, no. Well. Just can't win my soul. Oh no, no. You try to best, but Babylon you can't control. No, not me. For Jaja is my king and true love doesn't do to me, and he's always by my side, day and night, yeah. And Jaja is said to me in the book of Revelation that he rules eternally. Yeah. So when you see I found my thing, I don't say I just can't win. Every time I try my thing, no, I just gonna see that I must bring you to try. No matter how you try, you just can't win my soul. Oh, no. You want to
Sugar My Knot says, you just can't win my soul. This is the 1979 7-inch vinyl from Jabba Roots Records, Can't Win My Soul. And you know, we love Sugar My Knot. Let's continue with this dub version.
Try, if I don't, they just can't win my soul.
We love these classics. Of course, Sugar My Knot, Can't Win My Soul. And we know that many of his hits were on the Black Roots and Youth Promotion labels. Sugar My Knot was a reggae singer and producer that had many hits, and he began his musical career working as a sound system selector. And he began his singing career as part of the African Brothers. Let's hear from the African Brothers, Lead Us, Father.
Don't
Father, lead us to the promised land. This is the African Brothers coming off the ITAL label. It's a 7-inch vinyl from 1974. Now you're listening to the Father dub. Now we know the African Brothers was a powerful trio. And again, it included Sugar Minott, Tony Tuff, and Derek Howard. And in fact, Derek Howard was the one who actually formed the group when they were teenagers. This song is the perfect example of roots music. You hear the downbeat, you hear the chanting, you hear the roots style, you hear the thick horns, you hear the heartfelt bongos. We love this song. The African Brothers released a string of strong roots and singles from the ITAL label, including this song you're hearing now, Lead Us Father, and another hit song called Righteous Kingdom. So we just give thanks for all these classics that continuously stay in the reggae vaults. Up next, let's hear from our rock steady innovator, Alton Ellis. Alton Ellis is sitting in the park waiting for you. This is from his 1969 Studio One selection. And we know him again as the godfather of rocksteady. He innovated it and we recognize that. And as I mentioned a few weeks ago, his name is Alton Nehemiah Ellis. And just as Nehemiah was a central figure and leader in the book of Nehemiah in the Old Testament Bible, so was Alton Ellis a central figure and leader in the early rocksteady and reggae music eras. Not only was Alton Ellis a central figure, so was his sister. She sang this exact same song a few years later, sitting in the park. Her name is Hortense Ellis. Hortense Ellis, Sitting in the Park. Now remember, Alton Ellis recorded his version in 1969. Then his younger sister Hortense Ellis recorded Sitting in the Park in 1972. And it's also on an album called Alton and Hortense Ellis, right? So she's a rock steady songstress. Of course, she's the younger sister of Alton Ellis, and at one point she was awarded Best Female Vocalist of the 60s and even toured with her brother Alton Ellis in the 70s. So we're on this rhythm. Let's stay on it. Sitting in the Park rhythm. Up next, Dr. Alimentado. Dr. Alimentado and the Rebels voiced Sitting in the Park in 1976, and it was released in Jamaica on vinyl then. But then in 1979, it got released in the UK on a 12-inch vinyl. And many people don't know much about Dr. Alimentado. He was a Jamaican reggae singer, DJ, and producer. His real name was Winston Thompson, but he was also known as the Ital Surgeon. He's best known for his album called Best Dressed Chicken in Town that was released in 1978 on Green Sleeves. This original song, though, Sitting in the Park, was written and performed by the 60s soul singer Billy Stewart, American soul singer Billy Stewart. And the song was a big hit in the United States. And of course, you know, Alton Ellis then recorded his version in 69. Hortense Ellis followed in 72 with her version. And now Dr. Alimentado recorded his version in 1976. But it didn't stop there, people. Freddie McGregor also recorded Sitting in the Park.
to me waiting here. I'm a sitting in the park, waiting all my life for you, girl. Yeah, said I was sitting in the park, waiting for you. Sitting here on the bench with my back against the fence. Come on, making me feel like I don't have any sense. Something tells me I'm a fool to let you treat me so cruel. But nevertheless, I say, girl, you got me waiting. I'm sitting in the park, waiting all my life for you, girl. Yeah. Oh. Tell me why, tell me why. Why do I love you so, girl? Oh, I love you so, little girl, right now. I wanna know why. Got to know why. Oh, you're sitting in the park.
So just as Dr. Alimentato recorded his version in 1976, again, you're hearing now, Freddie McGregor followed that up in 1981, Sitting in the Park. It actually got released on his album called Mr. McGregor. And Freddie McGregor is known as the Big Ship singer, right? He established the Big Ship label in the 80s, and he had a string of tunes like Big Ship, Sailing on the Ocean, right? And I Was Born a Winner. We know these tracks. But in an interview, Freddie McGregor, he expressed some concern that veteran artists sometimes struggle for local radio play, which he feels may be lost over time as a result of no airplay. But listen here, Freddie. Lady J will always big up the veteran artists, the foundation artists, and I will continuously put them on the forefront. So, Freddie McGregor, Sitting in the Park. We're continuing our rhythm set with the Sitting in the Park rhythm. Junior One Blood Reed up next, Sitting in the Park.
Don't give me no 6 or no 9. Just come right on time, girl. Come right on time. Hey, I've been sitting so long in the park, girl, waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. Hey, sitting so long in the park, waiting for you, girl. I've been waiting for you. Yes, I'm sitting right here, waiting for you, my dear. Wondering if I should be waiting. My friend told me I'm a fool to let you treat me so cool. Never gonna list, I say. You got me waiting, sitting like a fool in the park, waiting for you, girl. I've been waiting so long.
Greetings, all music lovers. This is Junior Reed Set Speed from the One Blood Breed. Sticking one and hitting one high. And I tune into KCSB 91.9 FM in Santa Barbara for the best reggae music in California. Check that.
Why you treat me so? I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know.
Junior One Blood Reed is also Sitting in the Park, and he recorded this track in 1985, released on his Boom Shakalak album on Green Sleeves Records. It actually got reissued on Green Sleeves in 2002, but Junior One Blood Reed is a reggae and dancehall musician who is still very, very relevant today, a very relevant figure in the reggae and dancehall. And he even loves collaborating with a lot of hip-hop artists. But earlier, Junior Reid recorded for Hugh Mundell and even Sugar Minott. At one point, Junior Reid became the lead singer of the Black Uhuru reggae group. He is known around the world for his anthem song, One Blood, which is why we call him Junior One Blood Reid. This has been the Sitting in the Park Rhythm. Up next, let's hear from Dawe Congo.
Girl, let me be.
Come on over.
One and only. Come on over here, my idea. Give me your love for a souvenir. Come on over here, my idea. I'll say I do. I'll be glad to swear. Come on over here, my idea. Give me your love for a souvenir. Come on over here, my idea. I'll say I do. I'll be glad to swear. Why do you look so beautiful, girl? You know you do. And I'm wondering if there will come a time I've got so much I wanna share with you. So come on over here, my idea. Give me your love for a souvenir. Come on over here, my idea. I'll say I do. I'll be glad to swear. Come on over here, my idea. Give me your love for a souvenir. Come on over here, my idea. I'll say I do. I'll be glad to swear. When I see you walking up the road, sweetness, dressed in fancy clothes, and the breeze is blowing, oh it's so cold. Take my hand, it's you I want to hold. So come on over here, my idea. Give me your love for a souvenir. Come on over here, my idea. I'll say I do. I'll be glad to see. KCSB 91.9 FM in California, see in Santa Barbara, love Rasta, Dawe Congo says so. I'll be glad to see you. The other night when I saw you at the dance, oh girl, there was my chance. I'm kinda happy that when I made my advance, you did not fall at the first glance. So come on over here, my idea. Give me your love.
Yes, Dawe Congo, come on over here, my dear. Dawe Congo is one of my favorite roots singers. Everyone knows this. This is a lover's tune, and we remember that he first had his first recording with Alton Ellis. It was never released, and we think that's very unfortunate, but there is so much music from Dawe Congo. Come On Over is coming off his Human Rights and Justice album that was released on Roots and Culture Records in 2000. Let's hear more music up next. Another good artist. His name is Everton Blender. Pass the Kutchie.
Bring the Kutchie, come. Come make me slap it till it bun. Yes, bring the Kutchie, come. I make me slap it till it bun. What a pound of ice chance on the board. My brethren round the corner, I gauge the chalice. Cut up the herb, I me slightly damp it. Clean out the Kutchie, I me set dignity. Put in the herb, I man don't ram it. Call me brethren Bobo, I me beg him bless it. And yes, blender light it. Hey, bring the Kutchie, come and make we bun down road. Bring the Kutchie, come and make we bun down road. Fire make it bun over. Fire make it bun, yes, the wicked have to fall. So bring the Kutchie, come. I make we slap it till it bun. Yeah. Went into the country to check Bongo Joe. He was sipping his chalice in a cloud of smoke. Police are raid and run through him yard. Never run back over, natty dread never choke. He said, cool down your temper. Officer, you are dealing with a sufferer. He's only praising the Father. Yeah. So bring the Kutchie, come.
Yeah. This is Everton Blender Scene, and you're listening to KCSB Scene 91.9 FM Scene in Santa Barbara Scene. Everton Blender says so. Look the massive scene. Yeah, man.
Keep me far from the doctor. Yeah. Me used to watch me grandmother. And when she boil it on the fire. Oh, now I'm a grown-up man. I get to understand it never harm no one. It make you do the right. It never make you do no wrong. So bring the cutchy come and make we bun down road. Bring the cutchy come and make we.
Everton Blender says, bring the culture. And of course, this was produced by Richard Bell of Star Trail label in 1994 on 7-inch vinyl. Everton Blender, we know him traditionally as a cultural reggae singer, and he sticks to that. And actually, Garnet Silk actually introduced Everton Blender to Richard Bell, who immediately signed him to his Star Trail label. And like Dawe Congo, I also rate Everton Blender. We have new music up next. Her name is Leela Ike.
And this a Leela upon mine. Oh Lord, Lord.
Where I'm coming from.
Thankful for the blessings that are falling on my table. Learning all my lessons, now I'm willing and I'm able to do just what I can. As humble as a lamb, working towards a goal, and we give thanks for helping hands. Pray for health and strength, a life, for length and peace of mind. Good people and good vibes, we give thanks every time. In every single line, even if it no rhyme, I go sing redemption songs to the people when I think of where I'm coming from. Looking back at where the journey began, I really have to say that I'm strong, I'm strong. All praises to the most I want. Look at where I'm coming from. Looking back at where the journey began, I really have to say that I'm strong, I'm strong. All praises to the most I want. Make me tell you about the life of a queen in a this your concrete jungle. Firm in a regime, so you're not gonna see me stumble. Mama said no come a town and mix with dirty bungle. See they know me just a rise and summarize as some humble. Out of Christiana, yes, me left go look for mine. Never sell my soul, me settle down and take my time. Do it for the love, so naturally the lights are shine. Now me realize it's by design. When I look at where I'm coming from, looking back at where the journey began, I really have to say that I'm strong, I'm strong. All praises to the most I want. Can I tell you where I'm coming from? Looking back at where the journey began, I really have to say that I'm strong.
Yes, Leela Ike says, looking back to where she's coming from, she says she's so strong, so strong. This track, Where I'm Coming From, is on her debut EP called The Experience. It was released back in spring 2020 on RCA Records, also in conjunction with Six Course Records and Indignation Collective. She's from Manchester, Jamaica, and when you listen to this song, her voice is so angelic. I mean, these angelic vocals are loveful. And there's a lot of buzz about this young talent. She's a rising reggae artist, and she made her official singing debut with a song called The Biggest Fan. She is currently signed to Protoje's Indignation Collective label, right? So we love the music that she's putting out, and this is only just an EP from her. It's called The Experience. Let's hear more new music from another sistren. Her name is Janai. Song called Ma'at.
To each his own, each man stands alone. We each must breathe. sacrifice or an offering, and what we pay will be weighed when we meet our judgment day. So keep it light as a feather and fly away. These days it seems that everyone is on some twisted mission to make a great impression, to boost their likes and ratings, faking friendships just to get ahead. As jaded as the walking dead, becoming the norm as corruption spread. But truth is always waiting. Much of what we've been taught to love or fear are just moments on the journey here. We must choose what we keep or let go. Believe what you told us, seek and go know. To each his own. Each man stands alone. We each must bring a sacrifice or an offering, and what we pay will be weighed when we meet our judgment day. So keep it light as a feather and fly away.
Janine says, each man stands alone. This is brand new, coming from her third album called Note to Self on VP Music. It was actually released just a little bit earlier this year, but she wears many hats. She's a singer, she's a producer, she's a yogi like myself. And her sounds feature a taste of a little bit of reggae and dub and dancehall and jazz and R&B. This track is called Ma'at. And when we think about Ma'at, it refers to the ancient goddess of truth, harmony, and balance. And so we give thanks that Janine is bringing truth and harmony and balance to her music. Up next, we're going to hear from Pressure Bus Pipe and Akabeka, The System.
Yo! Vaya, aya, it's the system is at fault. Straight the people and take it like grain of salt. It's the system is at fault. Can't stand side the rest of the odds, yo. It's a the system is at fault. Straight the people and take it like grain of salt. It's the system is at fault. Make you know say I come on assault. My diaspora, what mind and force you in now? What energy, what force you in now? How you moving now? How you looking now? Hey yo, what mind and force and energy you in now? How you looking now? How you looking now? Hey, don't allow no kind of negativity. Please step up and then falsify with possibility. What kind of mind and force you in now? Creativity, travel up on the window. To the limit, to the sky. Ideas as you're alive. Progressive and try. In the children ears don't deny. Hey, at the fire, purify. Love and unity see through me eye. Long as me only bonafide. Defend it as the warriors arrive. Just the system is at fault. Straight the people and take it like grain of salt. It's the system.
Pressure Bus Pipe and Akabeka with a tune called The System, released on Pressure's 2019 album called Rebel with a Cause on I-Grade Records. We love the sound that comes out of the Virgin Islands, and Pressure Bus Pipe is from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. We know him for his 2007 hit song Love and Affection, and we know that the United States Virgin Islands is a hub for quality roots music and roots reggae. We got Batch and Nyora and Ross Attitude and Desiree, all coming out of the Virgin Islands. This song features MIDNITE's lead singer Vaughn Benjamin, who is also known as Akabeka. Pressure has recorded several collaborations with Vaughn Benjamin and even calls him his brother. Recently, this week on Pressure's Instagram, a few days ago, he wrote a heartfelt tribute and message to Akabeka, stating, "Blessed Earthstrong in Zion, my brother. Your music, your voice, your essence, your intellect will soon be known to all." And it's true. MIDNITE's impact on the world musically is very, very, very profound. Let's hear from their debut album from 2001, MIDNITE, album called Unpolished, track called Don't Move.
Rasta man, don't move. Show them like how the system dread. We come in dreader, we flashing dreader than dread. Rasta, don't move, bingy man. Rasta man, don't move. Show them like how them system dread. We come in dreader, we flashing dreader than dread. Rasta. We are the lions, we come in dread. Dreading our walk, not the dreading our head. Dread out of Judah, straight out of Zed. Addis Ababa, crown the king. We are the lions, we come in dread. Dreading our walk, not the dreading our head. Dread out of Judah, straight out of Zed. Addis Ababa, crown the king. Gather my flocks and night rude boys. We will educate their time. Black and man, Rasta never call you Belinga. Teach them to read the road sign. Rasta, we are the lions, we come in dread. Dreading our walk.
MIDNITE says, don't move from your position, just don't move. This is coming from the 2001 debut album called Unpolished on the Rastafaria label. Vaughn Benjamin, as we know, is the lead singer of the MIDNITE reggae band. He later changed his name to Akabeka, and his lyricism is prolific, it's complex, it's spiritual. All these things, he even often showcased a clever use of his words and deep insights into humanity and spiritual matters. What we all know is true is that MIDNITE's music is socially conscious, it's passionate, it's reggae music filled with conviction. And this is how MIDNITE won a very, very loyal musical following, especially in the US and especially on the West Coast, especially here in California. So when we attend a MIDNITE stage show, you know, the band would easily do a 2 to 3 hour set, easily, you know, but I want to right now send a maximum respect and love to Sister Makeda Makosa of World Beat Center in San Diego, California, because what she did over the weekend was phenomenal. Makeda hosted a very touching Earthstrong tribute to Vaughn Benjamin over the weekend. It was called the Tribute to Reggae Legends and Earthstrong Celebration. And this virtual celebration included over 20 years of performances and interviews and photos and reasonings and music and poetry. And in essence, the World Beat Center was a second home to MIDNITE. So thank you, Makeda, for your vaults and footage of the MIDNITE band, of Akabeka, of Vaughn Benjamin. We love that. They essentially amassed volumes of albums, 72 MIDNITE albums, and of course Akabeka did 11 albums independently, right? So over the weekend, that celebration tribute was, I know I watched 5 hours straight, which is synonymous with MIDNITE's 2 to 3 hour sets when they performed. So thank you again, Makeda. We celebrate Vaughn Benjamin's August 13th EARTHSTRONG, and we give thanks for the music that he's left for us here. Up next, Drez Z, track called Love You Better.
I close my eyes, wake up to see a new day's dawning. I wanna love you much better, even better than I had. I wanna love you much better. Devotion, I love groovy. I like the flowers in my garden. It's time to spend a little extra time, my darling. I close my eyes, and love I see. A new day is dawning. Open my
Drez Z said he just wants to love you better. This is from his Coming Home album from Gold Champ Productions. It was just recently released at the end of July. He is a New Mexico reggae artist, vocalist, and producer. So we know reggae expands many places from Jamaica across the world. So Drez Z is coming from New Mexico, and this new album features collaborations with artists named Biblical as well as with Akabeka. And Coming Home, this album is a musical offering of 11 soothing roots tracks. So you're hearing one of those tracks, Love You Better. I'm Lady J. You're on 91.9 FM KCSB Radio in Santa Barbara. The program is called Fire Pon Rome, and we're continuously bringing you reggae, dancehall, and dub music.
Much better. With the split of devotion.